Oh baby, was this a good episode of Attack on Titan. Now, I need to explain something about what it's like to read Attack on Titan monthly, as I've been reading this series monthly for about 6 years at this point. Now, Frida in this episode, you understand her backstory, how she connects to the royal family, her connection to Historia. In the manga, she appears, I believe it's around chapter 53 in that area, and Attack on Titan's a monthly series, mind you. You get a chapter a month, it's a meaty chapter, it's great. We didn't learn Frida's name until 10 chapters after her introduction, and her introduction was kind of like a flicker in a memory that Eren saw, and we didn't know who the hell this girl was, and over those kind of 10 chapters, you kind of theories start to be made. This episode made it much more clear and concise, and I appreciate that. In the manga, it's fun, it blue balls us so much, but how the anime is just managing to structure what Isayama was going for, I think is much better, because when you're writing something monthly, you have these ideas of how you want to introduce characters, but then after you complete the arc, maybe you realize, hey, it might have made more sense to make this a bit more concise, because he now has the anime to fix what he considers past mistakes. He can do that. This was just fantastic, and with Studio added the ship machine. This ship machine right here, if you don't know who the guy was, that's one of the royal people who was working with the fake king. Zack is a madman. He made this elaborate machine to literally feed a guy his own shit to get information out of him. This has been a topic of discussion that really shouldn't have been a topic of discussion, but manga readers like myself are kind of insane. We discussed, would this be in the anime? Now, in the manga, it's much more graphic, but they added it in all its glory. Holy hell, Witsu, I don't know what you're doing, but I love you. It's amazing. See, this episode is really showing you this is where the true Attack on Titan story begins. Everyone thought the original stuff was all just like this shonen supernatural bullshit. It still has like supernatural elements, sure, but Isayama layered a world that's so deep and complex and rooted with mystery. You're starting to see, like, when Mikasa went almost like supernatural when she stabbed the people who was trying to kill her back in season 1, that wasn't just something randomly that happened to look flashy. No, there's importance with bloodlines in this, and this episode reveals, so now I can finally start talking about bloodlines and important things without me spoiling things because I know the source material. How they reveal what happened to Eren's father. Now, a lot of people have speculated that Eren ate his father, but how they reveal it, that he turned Eren into a mindless titan, that mindless titan ate Eren's father, and then Eren could shift back into being a human, and then obviously his memories kind of got locked away. I like this because you're seeing everything, like you're seeing that Eren's father was a shifter. He took the Titan away from Historia's half-sister, and essentially Eren then ate him, so basically those shifters went to Eren, but he lost his memories. And I like the idea of now you're starting to see the memories. Like, why is it that some people appear different? Why was Mikasa the only Oriental person in this world? Like, why? And, like, that's why I was always like, you got, like, when someone shares the same last name in Attack on Titan, it's a big deal. The fact that Mikasa was the only Asian inside these walls, or at least appeared to be, like, that's a big deal. And we're learning that there's two bloodlines in these walls that aren't affected by memory alteration. The Orientals as well as the Akamans. And I love that because you're starting to see, like, how was it possible for public opinion to be swayed for so long? Well, clearly they had the power before, but then lost it due to Eren's father. And I love this because you're starting to see, like, past arcs are making a bit more sense here. Obviously, there's still a lot more questions to be made, like how did the Titan power kind of come to be and all that kind of stuff, but I like how they're making it much more concise while still leaving it open for mystery, so anime-onlys are still going to question what the hell's going on. Attack on Titan still very much is about Titans, but the core of the series, what the series is truly about, is it's a political story. It's rooted with mystery, corruption, sabotage, everything that you can think of, and that's why it's fantastic. I love how they detailed just everything about this episode, showing that was Eren's father the bad guy, or is Historia's father truly the bad guy? It's layering in so many things, and I love the idea of memories. Like, that's such a key thing, and I'm so happy I can finally kind of highlight it in the anime. The fact that Historia's sister could just remove memories. She touched Historia and then the memories were gone. The fact that when Historia and her father touched Eren, those memories came back. Bloodlines, memories, it's such a crucial point of Attack on Titan and drives this story forward going past this point, and I'm so happy how this episode functioned. This is the best episode of the Attack on Titan anime. It took so much mystery that was kind of spread over a year in the manga, and yes, I loved how it was functioning in the manga, but there were so many times manga readers and myself were just like, man, what the hell is going on? And we were trying to figure out Isayama's crazy plan, but I like how the anime is structuring it much better. This is taking what I love from the manga and making it much more concise, much more detailed, and just feeling more natural while still leaving that mystery. This episode was absolutely fantastic. I love how bloodlines were portrayed. I love how you're seeing some things that you might have thought were just flashy, like Mikasa kind of going into a superhero mode when she was a kid. That wasn't some random thing. Did you feel that immense power? Kenny felt it. I felt it. coming from Levi, you're starting to see bloodlines and why are certain bloodlines not affected? How many people in this world are truly affected by this memory alteration, and could Eren master that power? I like how they're kind of giving the viewer these questions, but how they detailed it, how they structured, the directing was so damn on point. The fact that the ship machine was there, it didn't need to be there, they could have just implied it, that's what I thought it was going to be, but bravo for them for doing it, because as kind of crazy and kind of silly as it might appear, it's an insane torture tool to get information, and I love how just the nobles just drop all the information at that point, because just waited his entire life to do some of the most crazy shit imaginable, and Pixis just kind of stand to the side saying like, I would have killed you all if I thought they were the right side, but like now I'm fighting with this dude who's making a shit machine basically. I love it, it's so amazing. But now you're starting to see the rescue mission. Like this arc, holy hell, I loved it in the manga, but it had its faults. The anime is making it so much more enjoyable, and I already loved it in the manga. Like this is where the point in the manga that it became one of my favorite series of all time. This was great. This was so fantastic. I love the detail to it. I love how now we can finally talk about Eren's father, the idea of altering memories, bloodlines, the important things like that. But let me know what you're feeling down in that comment section below. And be sure to like the video if you did enjoy, and also be sure to subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. But until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.